Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the back nine of round number one at the 2021 Shelly Sharpe Memorial presented by Spinners on the Green. Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, alongside Devan Owens for his first ever full round of disc golf commentary. Devan, we're on hole number 10, which sets up well for a lefty. And as we get into this round, you have to tell us some lefty stories out here on this course. But what are they trying to do here?
I think I saw a Mando, so it's like I think they gotta keep it up the middle now. So righties, just blast it as hard as you can. Highs are out to the left. Just make sure you don't go OB. But obviously Kester going over the top of the thumber.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit, right here starting off the back nine, this is one of the few overhands I just flat out missed. And I think it appears on the far left side eventually. He actually flirts with the OB line on the left side by the rocks.
Wow. Well, yeah, righty, blast it down there. Anthony going with a power sidearm as I would throw a sidearm or a backhand because it sets up well for a left to right shot. You know, you flatten it out, bring it back. Should have a simple upshot.
Yeah, a good little skip to that right side, playing up to that hillside.
Might be a little tight, but
good looking shot though.
Yeah. And there's the righty shot. Just throw it down the middle, let the eyes are out. Either if you feel confident with a sidearm approach or just a backhand straight shot.
Here's Reid. Also going with the sidearm.
Yeah, with the sidearm as a righty, I feel like you really have to commit to like flipping it over. So I think it's like the more aggressive righty approach.
A little bit low for him. I think this is a sidewinder here on his second shot. He's going to go with a roller, and I love the play here. I mean, you got a lot of room to work with, and a roller should hopefully flip over and curl to the right.
Yeah, it looks like he did really well on that shot. Should give him, I mean, guessing an inside the circle putt, which what else can you ask for?
You'll appreciate that one of the only twos I've ever seen on this hole comes from a homeboy of yours, Coda Hatfield. Many years ago.
Did he just rip a backhand?
He ripped.
Backhand roller.
I don't even remember if I know how he got there. I think it was a roller.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing the putt and just thinking, wow, who twos this hole? Well, Coda Hatfield does.
Back in the day when old hole 2, which I don't know exactly what hole, we'll see it coming forward, but yeah, Adam Hunt 2'd that par 4. The one with the Mando.
Yeah, hole 14. We'll get to it, but that's crazy. And here's AB from the hillside on the right. Relatively short approach. I mean, that's some good distance on that drive, and puts himself in the putting range.
Who's playing that instrument?
There is just off to the Ramada on the left is a guy who's just flat out practicing his. Is that a sax? I don't know. I don't know my instruments.
I love it. That makes me smile. Come on, Reid. He wanted that one.
I know it's not a cello.
What? Good putt, Castro. Way to birdie.
Jordan with the downtown long putt. That's gonna
great putt.
Yeah. Hopefully make up a little bit for the bogey he took close out the front nine. Here's Kester for a birdie.
That is right at the range where it's not a gimme, but it's a full putt. Like that might as well be a 25-footer because you have to commit to it.
And then a textbook birdie by Barela.
Just with the bag on.
Yeah. Sidearm, tap in.
Yeah.
And now we finally start heading back the other way. This is the furthest point out on the course. Yeah, this is the turn as we head over to hole number 11 and we start heading back. We've got a full mile to get back to the start of the course. What are they doing on 11?
Really, as a righty, you have to commit to a power high distance driver to the right side, and you'll get there and then you're in a landing zone, but AB definitely went a little high.
There is a Mando tree that he just barely comes up
That's gonna make
short
it
of.
tough. There's a mando tree, as you can see vaguely on the shot, but that's gonna be tough.
Another overhand, of course, by Kester. I mean, when you're going for pinpoint accuracy,
has he thrown any other shot?
I think we maybe have seen a forehand from him. He throws the Z-Flex machete a lot, and so I think that's what that was there.
Kester just rips, or Castro, apology, but he definitely rips one and got a heavy skip.
Yeah, we'll see. Actually, you'll see just how close that is to the OB sidewalk on the left. He doesn't find the OB, but I think he's going to be pinched. And
Reid gets a hold of one. That should sit well for a nice approach.
Great placement. And now we're looking at Jordan. So he didn't get past the Mando, but he has to go around the tree yet.
Yeah, that's definitely fortunate that he didn't hit the Mando, but now he's got to play like, what does he want to do? How aggressive? It looks like he's just playing like a little layup so he can get his approach, but
Just a little putter flip over there.
yeah, like some people like to get really aggressive and throw some kind of hot shot, but he made the right decision.
I give him a lot of credit. That took some patience, and that took some poise just to say, hey, I'm not going to try and throw a hero shot and make things worse.
Yeah.
And he still has a chance to get up and down for his par.
Agreed. Because honestly, it's not the easiest hole, as you saw right there. Like Barela threw a good shot, but still was left with a difficult approach. Kester just throws over the top and plays his own course.
Yeah, it's like a totally different course. That's a great way to put it.
Let's just go ahead and do commentary on his round and everybody else's round.
Two separate ones. He gets a nasty roll back there, but he still is left with a putt.
All right, Reid. A little low. Decent kick. Gives him a putt.
Yeah, he's flirting with those rocks that
That's
kick
a
him
lot
back
of emotions right there. Not too happy with the shot. Happy with the result. Castro. Should be good, simple par.
Yeah, and again, I think the other word I was looking for moments ago was discipline. Just showed that, in laying up the way he did. Great shot for him, and now he's looking at a par. Here's Barela from way deep.
Right. Like, Castro's definitely got some veteran experience and knows, like, he didn't throw the best drive, so might as well just get your par and move on and play the next hole. And as you see, AB played it better, but still got the same score, so it makes sense at the end for Castro.
Yeah, and Kester is the last guy with a look at birdie,
Wow.
and I think he was just a little too excited. He's like, "Wait a minute, I could pick up a stroke on the entire card here," and then just launched it right over the top of the basket. Now, again, you're, in the neighborhood. It was almost dead calm. This is one of the most calm days I've ever seen out here at this course. Do you feel like wind is normally a factor, or not necessarily?
Honestly, I haven't played like here for a full year, but I would say it just depends on what season we're in, and right now there's not really a transition between winter and spring, so I'd say calm is more common right now.
Okay.
But yeah, for a dead calm disc golf tournament is very rare.
Well, we're looking at temps of 77 each of the 3 days of competition. And coming from a couple guys from Wisconsin, myself and Gary, we will take that all day long as he sprays down the basket. And we move on to hole 12, the daunting hole 12.
We agreed that we weren't telling anybody about the weather here.
Yeah.
It's
You're
not
going to see
very-
too many people come join. Is that it?
Yeah,
Well,
it's not very good. But here, for righties, they like to throw like a hyzer out to the right, either park it or lay up, whatever your choice is. But for a lefty, if you have any power, you just rip the hyzer over the water and bring it back in. And for AB, He's got the power, so he's going to be lining up a sidearm.
I think this is such an interesting play. Like you said, you have to have
power.
You do, because ripping it uphill.
Yeah, that looks perfect. Just if I was, yeah. That's 20 feet, and what else can you ask for? And Kester, is he going? Yeah, he's going sidearm.
Yeah, he's got the sidearm. This is a Nuke OS.
Looks a little short, but what else can you ask for?
And then no skip. I mean,
Yeah.
that just really hit and stuck. Like it was going into sand or something. It just stopped.
Castro looks like he's throwing a normal righty shot, committed to it. Looks very well executed. Yeah. Circle's edge, should be happy with that. Reid ripping the righty. Heiser pulls to the little right. That should be just a simple little layup. Maybe a little commitment to the putt for birdie.
That was a destroyer for him. And, you know, if you're going to make a mistake, just throw it way safe, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely
just
go
don't be
long
short.
and then short and try to be the perfect shot. Just throw it out, get your 3.
Still has
Not
a
too
look.
much. Yeah, not too much. Ooh, what a good run. But definitely not too much damage by getting a 3 here. Might be losing a few to the hole, but overall it's not to the field.
Yeah, Castro with just a few struggles today. Not what I
Yeah.
was, you know, really anticipating coming into today.
Yeah, that's definitely disappointing, but it's not the worst because honestly, like, he's a better player than that, so that was just a mistake, not like a...
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. He can certainly
You know
come
what I
back.
mean?
Yeah. He's having, you know, even our best pros can have a
Mental.
bad day. Is,
Yeah, it's
is I
just a
think what you're
mental,
saying.
like, he's a great player, makes those 90% of the time, and just a little mental error doesn't really mean much. But that's definitely a great birdie by Kester.
Yeah, him and Barela both getting the birdies on 12, and now we have a very long walk back all the way back to hole number 13, or as some would call it, hole number 1 if you're out here playing kind of casually during a normal Vista layout. As we're going to make that trek. I got to thank Pete Ulibarri here for all of the drone flyovers. Thanks so much, Pete, along with ProFlight and Spinners on the Green. This is daunting.
Yeah, like, I see this hole definitely way different than most players because I'm left-handed. So most righties, they just rip a big old hyzer. As a lefty, I just want 3, so I just throw it up the middle. But as you can see, AB just rips it.
Yeah, he is going way big with the halo.
Yeah, it looks like he... Yeah, there's a lot of just craziness going up by the fairway with the trees and everything going on. Like, I don't know how righties throw it up there, but Kester going over the top.
Yeah, and again,
I
most
mean,
holes I followed, this one not so much. And
Yeah.
I did see the red flag, unfortunately. So he is OB, and on the right side, he hit near the land, and then it just went into the
Okay.
water, I guess, or it went over land and then went into the water.
Yeah, like, I honestly have no comment on this hole because being a lefty, like,
Very different play for
yeah,
you,
like,
and mentality.
I don't know what they're thinking. Like, to me, it's very risky ripping a hyzer with a bunch of trees and just getting it right. So I've got no comment.
Yeah, and we see that turned
Reid?
over, but then sits down. I mean,
Yeah,
he missed his line, but he's
I
in
think
bounds.
I think he was pushing for that right side and just threw it a little high and got lucky. So
And AB wasn't sure if he ever cleared land at all. So he's re-teeing. He called a provisional here and parks it.
yeah, craziness. Like, one from the other, like OB to a 2. Like, how did he do it? I have no idea. Like, honestly.
That's special AB power. I think he's wearing a shirt and there's a shield on it that says AB. He's got some superhuman powers. And Reid is just a bit short now. Kester had gone over this spot of land, I guess. That's what the spotter had given him, so he's just trying to get up and down and walk away with a 4. And Reid manages the par, which I think this is probably statistically the second toughest hole to get a 2 on the course. So you can't be too mad if you walk away with a 3, but Castro says, I got birthday cake to eat. Well, he probably doesn't even eat it. He's too much of a health nut these days. But if he were into birthday cake, I think he just earned some there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great 2 on the card. So, going forward, definitely confidence booster by grabbing that 2. Move into a par 4 that, with a great executed first shot, you're looking at an easy 3.
Well, Castro's gonna pick up 2 there on a couple of his card mates in JC and Anthony Barela, and we're gonna move on to another par 4. And good news, search party was sent out, and this young hero retrieves it.
I'm guessing it's a Halo Destroyer.
That's my guess as well.
Fat rim.
Spinners on the green. Once they get restocked, you can go buy some in there. Everybody's running low on inventory here. This hole is 655 feet. You got OB on the left. You got an OB sidewalk on the right, and a Mando that you have to navigate, and a tight green. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Now what?
I'm guessing Kester throws the overhand. We're going to see some backhands and some sidearms.
Were you out there spectating? No, that's not allowed. All right, Castro, low line drive, big skip, and
very ideal.
Perfect.
Yeah, very ideal for setup for 3. So he's looking at a birdie opportunity. Kester going with the. No, that's Reid. I'm sorry.
Reid, though, would love to do what Castro just did.
A little tight. A little more difficult for a par, but has a lot of fairway to work with. AB. Did they add a new Mando?
That Mando on the right's been there for a little while now, just trying to keep people away from
Wide hyzers.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is rough.
Yeah.
That's rough, but AB definitely has a distance to still get up and down. That's what I thought. Kester going over the top. Yeah. So impressive.
Just incredible the
incredible.
distance he gets on that. That's one of the longest drives I've
and it's-
ever seen, and it was overhand on
And
this
it's
hole.
hole 14.
Yes.
It's hole 14. Alright, AB. Show me what you got.
Sun is starting to think about setting in the beautiful Arizona skyline. Nice Friday afternoon, and AB pulls that over.
Yeah, he pulls it a little left. I think it's going to be a little longer than he wanted, but still has the distance.
I don't
And
know. No,
Out of
that's
bounds?
yeah. That line on the left side, he just didn't quite fight back enough. He's got about 10 or 12 feet short of coming back inbounds. So
Yeah, that's going to leave him probably a long approach since he'd probably never crossed. That's a 35-foot putt that I mean, I've local league. I think I know the distance, so it's about 35, 40 feet. Oof. A little low, but it should skip right up to it.
oh, and it just doesn't flare.
It
You're
doesn't?
right. He was playing the skip, and it unfortunately just kind of went straight on him.
Huh.
And he was playing exactly for the skip you mentioned, and it didn't seem to do it. So here's Kester. I mean, what a drive
Wow.
to put himself
his
in this
drive.
position. That's where his drive landed, and now he's deep in 2. And AB's got a little bit of work to do after throwing out of bounds. As you said, he didn't come back in.
Right, so it gives him a little approach. But Kester's thumbers are like the most impressive shot ever. Like, didn't he like 2 hole 18 at Vegas?
That sounds about right. Anything happens in Vegas. I don't know if you know some of the. I got other stories, but we won't get into those right now. But I would go ahead and bet that Kester probably did, as Castro has long range.
Oh, wow. Way to birdie.
Making up for it. after not getting the flare, he brings his own TGI Fridays flair to that one.
Yeah. Sorry to jump courses and tournaments, but
Well, you bring a little more history to the commentary booth than some others, so we're glad to have you. Your first time commentating, kind of in a backyard, also the same course where you then met your future wife. I mean, Vista del Camino, that's where it's at.
there's definitely some history here.
This is
for
where
sure.
this is where all the disc golfers find their wives. Can we put that out there? No.
I don't know about that. But
Okay, we make no promises.
it happened once.
Okay, at least.
But this is also like one of my first big tournaments. I remember playing it in like 2009, and I wasn't even 21. So there's definitely a lot of history for me in this course itself.
I remember the years of you rolling around with your boot and your scooter. A couple.
Yeah, that's 2014 Memorial or 2015 Memorial because I broke my leg in 2014 of January 29th.
Well,
So-
yeah, exactly. So lots of history and
I was a speedster.
our longest
Speeder.
par 4 that remains here is 741. You're trying to get to the bend, and then it finishes up and to the left. And again, you still have sidewalk and OB to deal with.
Double Mando. This is absolutely one of my least favorite holes of the season.
I can understand that being left-handed, and
The
Joe-
second Mando on the tree on this hole just eats me alive because I went OB so many times, missing it or trying to attack this court or this hole itself, and yeah.
Castro, I can understand being lefty that you're not loving this one. Castro's
I'm
rolls up
venting.
and
I'm
it
venting,
stays
sorry.
in bounds. It can go through the fence line to find OB, but it doesn't for him. And we're gonna see Reid throw down his roller, but it catches just the wrong edge. And
I'm guessing that we're gonna see like a massive AB roller here, so be ready, people watching. Just
he
go ahead and
finds,
call it.
yeah, that's OB for Reid. Here's the forehand by Kester. He's gonna disappoint us, not give us another overhand.
I'm looking forward to AB's roller here.
Legend has it, AB has been inside 80 feet on
I've
this hole.
heard about that. So, yes, let's see the roller.
Yeah, unfortunately, I somehow missed some of it, and then we're gonna see it hit on that left side, and then just curl up in the middle of the fairway.
He
So
went
it's-
for it all, didn't he?
He did, and you see, it's finally.
Yeah, he went for it all.
and he's in a good.
Yeah, like,
He's in an okay position for most people, but for his standards, that's considered subpar.
he mad.
Yeah.
He mad. But let's see here. Reid throwing approach. Did he go B?
Yeah, he had found the water. I don't think they found his disc, but
Yeah. It's like if you get in bad position on this hole, you're just destined for a bogey, or it's a par 4, so you just get 4. Like it's a very tough hole to get a 3, I believe.
yeah, unless you have just a monster crush off the tee, and there's the standstill overhand that's just a bit short. I think he's going to be probably around 45 or 50 feet.
Yeah, just put it underneath the basket at your 4 because very few people are taking a 3 on this hole, I believe. This guy.
Well, we saw what he did on hole 7, where he came up short and then, crushed his second shot, and he's trying to do the same here.
That looks about birdie range.
Yeah,
What do you got to say?
yeah. I mean, yeah. What can you say to that when he, blows up the sand near the basket? Just a great shot by AB, trying to make up for the tee shot that was a little off.
It's a decent putt. It's definitely gonna have to work for it, but it's a putt.
Reid just wants to be done with this one after the OB shot and then his approach to here.
Oof. Little work, but I think he's got that. Ooh. Wow. That's unfortunate.
He turned and
I'm sure
said,
he
"How
wasn't-
did I hit that one
Yeah,
branch?"
he wasn't even thinking about
No.
that. He just, I'm gonna toss it up there, get my power, and then that branch comes into play.
Yeah, that's where you got to maintain that focus.
Yeah.
Every shot.
Off by an inch.
And almost the exact same distance. This is where we just saw Kester approach to.
Yeah, they were like identical.
They were within like a foot and a half of each other. Both their discs. So I do hope you guys are enjoying all of the first 2021 A-Tier coverage here at the Shelly Sharpe, presented by Spinners on the Green. Got a great first feature card here as Reid's going to walk away with the bogey. Not too bad after finding the water on his shot. And here is AB tapping in for the birdie,
Unbelievable.
making it look too easy. And Jordan, who had a decent drive there, is going to have to settle for the par, unfortunately.
Jordan's actually been playing pretty well since like that first hole hiccup. So I give him props for actually like getting around together and still being in contention.
Trying to maintain, and we hope everyone goes and shops there over there at Spinners on the Green. Here's hole 16, 390 feet. This is a little bit longer than what we've seen for the last few years. I feel like they pushed it back, and the sidewalk can come into play, the road can come into play. Of course, the hillside is going to come into play.
Yeah, like for me, I like to just throw like a nice fairway into it. As AB, you see throwing a sidearm, but for a righty, without the power, just throw a little stall over the road and bring it back.
Keeps it low.
Yeah, that looks pretty well executed.
Skips up toward the basket.
Ooh, oh boy.
Simmer
Brings
down.
a little sidewalk into play, but
Okay,
probably
so
okay with that putt.
just outside the circle.
A little bit of work, but in birdie range. Team MVP, Mr. Castro.
It's coming off of a few good holes these last few holes. I think back to hole, parking, hole number 13. Getting the birdie on
Yeah,
14.
He's one under. Turns his sidearm a little much, but I think he caught the Mando, so
Yeah, he stayed inside of it.
yeah, at least he's got that going for him. Reid's choosing to go with the sidearm himself. Rips it. Looks like it's got a good angle. A little short, but still a valid putt.
Yeah, and unlike AB's, his kind of, slowly spun up the hill and then sat down.
Yeah.
It's kind of a roll of the dice up there as to whether it's going to sit for you or not.
JC, is he going to catch edge? He caught edge and sit.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Ooh. Should be circles edge.
All too similar from what we saw out of the shot by AB just a few moments ago.
Yeah, they both have the same ground action, looking at roughly the same putt. Castro getting up and down for par. Ground action. Ooh. A little deeper than he would like, but should be very manageable.
And this is a little bit of a scary putt. You're looking at 45 feet.
Nails it. He's got a little local experience on the side hill, but that was a very confident putt. Props to him. Good putt, Reid.
From 42.
Wow. Kester's just not going to be big putted, so there again, props to JC.
What a follow-up. And now
Pressure's on, AB.
Yeah, he's sitting about a step outside the circle, straight on with the basket.
I think AB's got this. He's a
Can he
big-time
follow it
pro.
up?
I think so. He's a big-time pro. I think this is nothing for him.
And you owe me $100 on that bet.
Nah, you're right.
No,
I would have bet. I would have lost. Good bet.
And now Castro has a little bit of work to do. As you said, they kind of rolled. It just got away from him.
Yeah, that's right at that range where it's like it's a full putt. Like, you can't just, like, not commit. But they're par putt. Got to get it. Well executed. Straight confidence right there from Castro. And, yeah, just like I was saying, like, that's that range where it's not a putt, but it's not a jump putt. It's just, like, a full committed putt.
And he does it with confidence, as you said. Now, this is a must-get. 243 feet, shortest hole on the course. You got to get this one right.
Yeah, this is like if you miss it, you just want a DNF.
In fact, that should be the rule. If you don't
never
birdie,
arrived. I
if
never
you don't
showed
birdie,
up.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they just kick you out of the tournament. Well,
Yeah.
this hole's gotten easier throughout the years, but it still has its challenge. We see rollaways, we see things skip past. You know, there is some challenge to it, but you really want to pick up a birdie.
Come on, Reid. You got this.
Otherwise, Devan's making
Come
you
on,
withdraw.
Reid. I will talk about this forever at League. That's what I'm talking
There
about.
it is.
It's all fast.
Little tap in. A little standstill
A
here.
little standstill, yeah, as you said by JC. He
That looks
liked that
pretty-
shot.
That looks pretty good. Yeah.
What?
Hi.
Get the Happy Gilmore. Somebody's closer, rightfully so.
I got 5. He does not beat JC.
All right, all right. What if he puts it in?
No. But
Good shot there by
Yeah.
AB. You love picking up this birdie just before you move on to 18 because
Castro.
anything can happen.
a little inside, but that should be. Yeah, that's very confidently well done, I guess. There you
And
go.
right now, AB's looking at the lead card, seeing if he can push himself into the top couple of spots or not. I know he's been checking the scores throughout, and he's had a little bit of a roller coaster. Started hot, and he's trying to finish strong. Yeah, Jordan, I had the same reaction in real time as we watched Reid tap in, but Jordan, he was talking about his blister, and when he was getting it hooked on his putter, that happened a couple times throughout this round. He thought he went out of bounds, and he was ready to re-putt.
Right.
But then the card says, no, you didn't go out of bounds, and so now he is going to go down there, and
Right.
he's putting for 3. But he had thought he went out of bounds, and that's kind of one of the rules you should know is anytime you go OB, you can either go from where you were last in bounds or from your previous lie. So had he been OB, he would have just re-putted from where he was rather than going here, but he was in bounds,
Yeah,
as you
so-
saw.
plus of everything, he can get this for 3.
Yeah, exactly. So
Which, come on. This should be a great putt for saying.
you can't send him home on his birthday.
Heck yeah. Way to go, Jordan. What a confident putt right there.
Good recovery. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
a little
sure.
bit of frustration, of course. You know, the other 3 guys are going to walk away with the birdies.
Pull it.
Is that the same thing that happened on
Yeah, every time I pull it right, it's sticks to my blister.
And
Yeah, so he explained to us. what's
hashtag
going on.
blister problems. Blister in the sun? Arizona? I don't know. We're on hole 18, your final hole of your first round ever of commentary. This is an easy one. Couple mandos, some water, some sidewalk, right? No
Yeah,
big deal.
Throw a good shot, and you're good.
Devin makes it sound so easy.
Yeah.
381 feet.
Friday's throw, like something inside of the sidewalk, fairway, 330. Give yourself a putt.
Now they've
Looks like he
added
pulled
these
it- Yeah, he
mandos.
pulled it a little right. Is he gonna catch the mando? He beats it.
Yeah.
What a good shot. Like, might not be looking for the best birdie shot, but if he chooses, he can get an easy par. And Kester over the top. Weird.
It hits on the left
And
side.
Ah, that looks out of bounds.
Oh, what are we going to get for a call?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
But
right, officially.
looks like he's pitting high, so he should be able to be tapping in for a circle 3.
We'll see what he can do. AB.
AB probably would naturally choose the wide hyzer, but he's gonna have to bring it in because the Mando.
Yeah, the Mandos are trying to keep everyone off the sidewalks, all for safety.
That looks pretty well thrown. No, yeah, that should be happening.
No drama.
Castro, little inside. Can it hang on? No.
Oh, that tree. It may have skipped to safety.
Yeah,
but that tree
I kind of
said.
saw that, but yeah, once I hit that tree, it was done though.
And Castro just very quickly kind of stepped up and was ready to go. Understandably, he's ready to be done.
Yeah, with today's round, you might as well. I mean, honestly, I would just be wanting to get it over with.
Looks like about 55, maybe 60 feet.
Very casual, just, you know, like 55-foot putt.
Just going to jog that in.
Yeah.
Jog it in for the sweet birdie. And we're going to start to kind of rein this in. I want to thank Devan Owens for joining me. Devan, you said it. He was pin high. He walks away with the par.
That's a good par, but honestly, like, you don't want bogey, definitely.
So, again, thank you for joining. Thanks for a little bit of the Arizona insight here. I got to thank Spinners on the Green. I got to thank ProFlight along with Pete Ulabari, along with Gary to the O, who's working the other card of footage. Thank you guys for joining us. We're signing out from Arizona. Look forward to coverage all weekend long. And there's your leader and your top 4 players that we'll see on the coverage tomorrow, including Anthony Barela, Drew Gibson, Garrett Tapkin, and Levi Hancock. Thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting me via Patreon. We'll see you in the next round.